You are listening to The Human Conditions. Your brain lied to you. Quick question. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there? Congratulations, your brain just rage quit mid-task. And somehow, this is the same organ we trust to make life decisions. We like to think we're rational creatures, carefully making choices, planning our future, shaping our destiny. But in reality, most of us are just biological Wi-Fi signals reacting to stress, caffeine, and childhood memories. And the weirdest part is, science suggests your brain may make decisions before you consciously become aware of them, meaning your consciousness might not be the driver of your life, just the guy in the back seat pretending to hold the steering wheel. So tonight, let's talk about one of philosophy's most uncomfortable ideas. What if free will is mostly an illusion? Your brain runs on autopilot. Think about your morning routine. You probably wake up, check your phone immediately, promise yourself you'll only scroll for 5 minutes, and suddenly, it's 47 minutes later, and you know the complete life story of a stranger arguing with raccoons on the internet. That wasn't conscious decision-making. That was autopilot. Humans love to imagine themselves as wise philosophers, calmly making logical choices. But most of the time, your brain is just trying to conserve energy. Habits are efficient. That's why you can brush your teeth while mentally replaying an argument from 2017. The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once said, "Man can do what he wills, but he cannot will what he wills." Which sounds complicated, but basically means you can choose what you do, but you don't fully choose what you want. You didn't choose your favorite food. You didn't choose what makes you anxious. You didn't wake up at age 6 and say, "You know what? I'd love lifelong insecurity." Your preferences were shaped by biology, experience, culture, family, and thousands of tiny invisible influences. You are, in many ways, a very advanced collection of habits wearing shoes. The illusion of choice. Now here's where things get strange. Scientists monitored people's brains while they made simple decisions, and they discovered something unsettling. The brain showed signs of making the decision before the person consciously realized they had chosen. In other words, your brain might hit send before your consciousness even reads the message, which honestly explains a lot. Like blurting out something embarrassing at 2 a.m. and replaying it in your head for the next 6 years. Most of daily life already feels automated. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Anger appears instantly. Someone compliments you. Instant dopamine. Someone leaves you on red, and suddenly you're questioning your entire existence. None of these reactions were carefully selected by a wise inner philosopher. Your nervous system just smashed the emergency buttons. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. They believed most people are controlled by impulse without realizing it. Basically, human beings think they're holding the leash, while being dragged through life by their emotions like an excited golden retriever. So, are we just NPCs? At this point you might be thinking, cool, so I'm just a flesh robot with Wi-Fi problems. Not exactly, because even if thoughts appear automatically, awareness changes the game. Imagine someone insults you. Normally, anger appears instantly. That first reaction may not be your choice, but noticing the reaction? That's different. There's a tiny gap between impulse and action, and inside that gap is where philosophy lives. The Stoics trained themselves to observe emotions instead of instantly obeying them. Instead of saying, "I am angry," they would say, "I notice anger appearing." That small shift creates distance, and distance creates freedom. Final takeaway: wake up. So, Do humans truly have free will? Maybe not completely. Your biology influences you. Your environment shapes you. Your past whispers into every decision you make. But perhaps freedom was never about controlling every thought. Maybe real freedom is simply this: becoming aware of the forces controlling you before they control your life completely. Because once you can observe your habits, you can challenge them. Once you can observe fear, you stop automatically obeying it. And once you become conscious of the machine, you're no longer trapped inside it. Maybe philosophy was never meant to give us all the answers. Maybe it was meant to wake us up.